even-tempered queen, living in a great and magnificent kingdom. Then one night the queen fell into a very restless sleep. In her dream, a mysterious woman appeared. "You have to be a kind-hearted person, otherwise you'll be alone." The queen didn't pay much attention to the dream. The next morning, while the queen was walking around her palace, she discovered a secret room that she had never noticed before. She went inside curiously and found a gold necklace lying inside. The queen was captivated by the necklace's magnificence. She immediately put it around her neck, but no matter how long she waited, the necklace did not shine. "How is this possible? How can a necklace this precious not start shining like the sun?" The queen decided to go to the wizard. The wizard listened to the queen attentively. "This necklace only shines when kind-hearted people wear it. You have to learn how to be kind." The queen didn't want to believe what the wizard said, so she came up with other ways to make the necklace shine. She collected all of the precious stones in the palace and prepared various different potions. But with each attempt, the necklace only got darker. As the days passed by, she gave up and decided to try what the wizard suggested. She wanted to do 3 good deeds in the palace. The first thing she did was tell the oldest maid in the palace to appear before her. The maid was afraid but answered the summons anyway. "Oh, my queen, have I made a mistake without realizing it?" "I heard that you've been having a hard time lately, so I'm going to give you a few days off to rest." The maid was surprised and showed her gratitude to the queen and left the room. And then the necklace around the queen's neck started shining slightly. The queen then called the gardener of the palace. The gardener meticulously cultivated the queen's flowers every single day, but never received any appreciation. "Thank you for all of the beautiful flowers in the garden. Your work is really valuable to me." The gardener was very happy with the words the queen had said to him, and then the necklace shone a little brighter. For her third act of kindness, the queen called the chef of the palace. Realizing that the chef was in a very difficult position, the queen gave him a bag of gold. "I'm giving you these coins to take some of the weight off your shoulders and to help you support your family." The chef burst into tears at this act of kindness. At that moment, the necklace around the queen started shining more brightly than it had before. When the queen looked in the mirror, she was amazed by how shiny the necklace was. The king was surprised by the change in the queen and decided to take breakfast to his wife on that day. No one in the palace could take their eyes off the queen or her necklace. "My necklace is shining! Look! Everyone admires me! Everybody loves me so much now!" The queen was so amazed by how shiny her necklace was that she began to clean it by scrubbing it harder with every good deed she did. But then, one day while she was cleaning the necklace, the stone suddenly broke in 2 fragments. The queen wept as her heart shattered. "Oh, my necklace is broken! No one will love me anymore!" But her subjects didn't stop treating her well. "But why? My necklace doesn't shine anymore. Why are you all being so nice to me?" The employees of the palace answered in unison. "My queen, you've become a wonderful person. Not only does your necklace shine, but your heart shines as well." And right at that moment, the queen realized that the love people had been showing her was not because of the necklace that was shiny. Rather, they showed her love because she was a good person. And because of that, the queen became a truly good person and started learning how to shine without the necklace. In a village deep in the forest, a mother and her little child were living together. And then one day, the mother went for a walk in the forest with her little child. Suddenly, the little child became curious about a frog and started following it. The mother tried to catch up with them, but the child disappears as soon as he went around to the corner. Oh, where on earth did this child go? First she looked among the bushes, and then she thought she should look behind the big tree, but she couldn't see him anywhere. And then she found herself at the edge of the swamp. Without thinking, she jumped into the swamp and got herself covered in mud. When she couldn't find her child there either, she went into the chicken coop next door and got covered in feathers. On the other side, the little child, unaware of what was happening, was busy playing around with the frog. Suddenly, an old witch came up to him and told him she had candy for him.
"Well, hello there, little sweet boy. Would you like to have this candy?"
The little child was very scared of the witch. His mother heard the scream and immediately ran to where she heard it from. But when the witch saw her coming, she cast a spell that made her take the form of the mother. What are you doing? Stay away from my child.
What nonsense are you talking? This boy is my child.
The child looked at his mother and then at the woman next to him. Not recognizing his mother in that state, he hugged the witch tightly. Her mother could not hold back her tears. While they were busy arguing, the fairies of the forest came flying out. What on earth is going on here? Which one is the real mother?
I don't understand. Maybe we should take them to Fairyland. Then we can find out who the real mother is.
The fairies took the child and the two women back to Fairyland with them. The head fairy welcomed them into the castle and listened to their story. Now we're going to figure out which one of you really is the real mother. Whoever the child runs to is the real mother. Both the women agreed to this. The child ran to the witch. Seeing this, the mother said that she needed to clean herself up. She quickly washed herself and asked if they could do another test. Give us another test, and he'll recognize me this time. The fairies asked each of them to prepare a meal that the child would like. First, the real mother prepared a nice rice dish for him, and the child ate it with pleasure. After that, the witch used her special magic powers to prepare a beautiful giant chocolate cake for him. When the little child saw this cake, he went absolutely crazy. But that's not fair at all. Every child loves chocolate cake. The fairies said that the tests were over and gave the child to the witch. The mother immediately burst out crying and wanted to hug her child one last time. The fairies allowed it. And then, the moment the child hugged his mother, he said softly, "Mama," to her. Did you see that? He recognized me by my smell. When the witch saw them doing that, she immediately separated the mother and the child and tried to take the child away.
Wait a minute. You should give him a hug as well.
The witch hugged him, but the child didn't want her and pushed her away. When the witch insisted, the little child burst out into tears of his own. Oh, he started panicking. Come, my boy, I'll hug you at home. And right at that moment, the fairies put up a huge magic wall in front of the witch. This made the witch very angry, and she was very quickly changed back into her old form.
I will not give you the child!
The fairies lifted the child up into the air with magic and put him safely in his mother's arms, and they locked the witch up in a cage. With the help of the fairies, the mother and her child made it safely out of Fairyland. The mother held her child tightly to her chest and was very grateful to the fairies for making sure her child was safe. We're also very grateful to you for showing us how close the evil really is to us. And then after that, the mother and her child very happily went back to their village. Because true love and compassion will always be powerful enough to win the battle against evil. In a land far, far away, there was a couple who had not been able to have a baby for a long time. But then after 7 long years, a wonderful miracle happened, and they had a baby. The new mother and father named their little bundle of joy Jaden, more than anything in the world. Whatever Jaden wanted, his father would immediately run and get it for him. And whenever Jaden got bored, his mother was quick to find a way to entertain him, and that's why he was such a happy baby. But as the years went by and he got older, Jaden started not doing his homework, and he started lying to his family. His family was very upset about this. At the same time, in the sky where no human eye could see, there was the kingdom of bad feelings. That day, the king of bad feelings summoned the fairy of laziness, the fairy of arrogance, and the fairy of lying into his throne room. From the clouds, he showed them Jaden and said he doesn't do his homework, and he cheats a lot, and he lies to his family, and he's so arrogant. He was so glad. All 3 fairies were honored by the king for doing their jobs so brilliantly. However, he also warned the fairies and made sure they all understood that Jaden was never to give up these bad habits.
We will do our best to make sure of it, Your Highness.
Jaden was now a 14-year-old teenager. He would spend the whole day in bed dreaming. The rubbish bins that his mother gave him to throw away, he would leave on the side of the street. And whenever his father asked, he would lie to him and say that he couldn't find the bin.
Why are you lying, Jaden? Why are you so lazy?
His poor parents did what they could, but no matter what they did, there was no changing Jaden's attitude. And then one day, Jaden woke up very early. He went and sat in the park. He saw flowers and butterflies. He watched as they flew around, and it made him so happy. After a while, a gardener came up to him.
Look, young man, if you want to feel this happiness every day, then you must help me.
Surprised, Jardin asked the gardener what he wanted. He explained that if he could not clear the weeds, then they were going to poison the park, and no one would be able to sit and enjoy it like that again. Jardin got inspired and started helping. He lost track of the hours he spent clearing the weeds. Not being lazy made him feel so good. At that moment, the fairy of happiness suddenly appeared in front of him. She was kind and gave Jardin 3 rings for the work he'd been doing.
These are the rings of honesty
And discipline and humanity. They're going to help you get rid of your bad habits. Jardin asked her,
So how come I wasn't lazy today?
He was curious. The fairy of good feelings told him she cast a freezing spell on the fairies of bad feelings. But they're going to thaw in a few hours. Remember, the power lies within you. When he woke up the next day, despite all the efforts of the fairies of bad feelings, Jardin spent hours exercising. Even though on his way, he knocked over the flower pots. He owned up to his mother. He said he did it. And finally, humbly apologized to his parents for what he had done.
We have lost!
Jardin, by working patiently, moved away from arrogance, laziness, and lying with every day that passed by. Because he knew that honesty, discipline, and humanity always have to come first.